Hey everyone, welcome back to what's left of my Lego City room, which is being pretty much rebuilt, where I continue to work as much as I can. Whenever I can, I'll get right to the big update for today, which is this. This table, as you can see, has been cleared off, just have some leftover plates. Everything that was there has been disassembled with the exception of some of the boats that have just been moved off to the side. This has been cleared because this table itself is going to be removed permanently from the display. The stuff underneath, I still need to figure out where to put it because I still like that stuff. I still like the underwater displays. Ideally, I'd like to merge the two different ones that I have. But the reason that I took out this, and I'm also going to take out one of the ones from the other side, it doesn't really matter which one at this point because all of this is temporary as it is right now because it's all being redone. It's just kind of getting some idea for how it's going to be redone once the tables are raised significantly up. But I'm going to take one out from this side and then take the entire layout and shrink it from the left and from the right, or from that end and from the near end, so that I will have more room to actually walk around at the ends. This has always been just an area that I've failed to enjoy. It's just a narrower path back here. It's relatively dark and it just isn't conducive to setting up nice scenes, places to actually hang out and look. Unlike the longer sides, like along here, it's really easy to walk. There's plenty of light and it just, everything just feels more like it's set up for success. And similarly, well, most of the room, honestly, has felt like that with the exception of the end. So again, that end over there, that one's even a little bit narrower as it worked out. So that's going to be increased significantly so that I can walk around there and so that I can create scenes that I can be happy with from over on that side. Same thing for the other side. But in order to do that, in order to get more, I had to, just commit to having less. And this came about after I continued with my process of rethinking and reapproaching the whole city project. And I realized that, if I could do absolutely anything with this space now, forget about all of history. If I could do anything, what would I do? And I realized that, I would make that better, that whole area down there. So yeah, I've spent, it took quite some time to work on this. I've got almost everything broken down with the exception of, like I said, just a few boats, which are just sitting over here right now. And then this is the frame that was underneath a lot of the areas since it's a dropped table. And I will be continuing to use with the new layout, continue to use various elevations like that, especially for the water area. And the current plan is to dramatically increase the size of the water area because I've always liked the harbor area over here. And obviously it's the one thing out of the entire layout that has actually been completed. It's going to be uncompleted. It's going to be taken apart and made better and expanded after I raise up the tables, just because not only was I able to get it to a point of completion, which felt good and looked good and was most people's favorite because it was the only thing that actually managed to get done on the layout, but also, I finished it because I like that stuff. I like the ships. I was raised around ports and harbors and boats and ships and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I like it and I still like it and want to have it in model form. So that'll be expanding, probably doubling. Yeah, I think about doubling in size, maybe almost tripling with some things being moved around. I've got a bunch of stuff down here on the floor as well that I've been pulling out from storage underneath the tables, because behind these black things, there's a lot of stuff as folks used to see and used to focus on. Anytime I would come in here and be like, hey, check out my new update. And people are like, what's that under the table? Well, here's some of the stuff that's under the table. Old sets and things that I had been holding on to for either inspiration or to take apart and make into other things, inspired by either the parts or the original build, or just to use as stand-ins as I started to build things up. But I finally realized, okay, it's time. It's time. This stuff's just gonna get turned into parts, as is that train station right there, or what's left of that train station, elevated rail connector passenger station. Yeah, that's gonna be completely taken apart for parts because it's not gonna be used anymore. I already took apart yesterday, I think. Was it? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. the day before the recording of this video, at least over on live on Twitch, I took apart the entirety of what used to be right here, which was the second elevated rail station. This elevated rail stuff, you can see more flotsam from elevated rail all around. That's all gone and is not going to be a part of the new layout. In the city section, I am going to attempt, however, to incorporate the elevated rail train with some aesthetic modifications to it, to the Planetary Defense Force base in the future. Because, well, I honestly just don't like the idea of losing that elevated rail system entirely, and especially the train itself, because it's so unique. At the time, there was nothing like it. A truly 4-wide power functions, fully functioning narrow gauge train, and very few of them have existed since. And I'm still happy with and proud of the engineering on that thing. I don't even remember where the train itself is right now. It's somewhere around here, but that one's not getting taken apart completely. It'll probably just be, like I said, just adjusted to fit. Maybe be just like a intra-base troop transport sort of thing for the Planetary Defense Force base. We'll see how that works out, but I would like to keep it for sure. But that's it for now. Big deal. This has been cleared out. I got to take the lights out from underneath there and find some temporary place to put all that stuff and continue to take stuff apart that's underneath these tables, because the more I clear out from underneath these tables, the easier it's going to be to proceed with, first of all, taking out one more table from down there so I can move everything, and then also starting the process of lifting these tables up and getting this layout to its correct height finally. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.